Hey, this is Bill, and I wanted to do a quick little video here on the Facebook group. We've been able to do so much with each other through this page. Initially, there was a few of us doing a lot of support, but I see now all of you supporting each other, and I know that you're not all on the same teams, so it's really great to see that. That definitely cements our community together. We've had a couple situations that you have reported, people trying to cross recruit, putting business things in there for MLM or whatnot. And make sure you always feel comfortable to report any activity that you believe is unethical. What I wanted to do, and I know a lot of you are not on my team either, and I get to meet some of you from time to time, and that's great. Because time is limited, it's really wonderful for all of us to use this together to help one another and defray that load of support that needs to be done, and people can gravitate towards a handful of people. But in this video, I wanted to go over the page. A lot of the comments and stuff, I see people not really utilizing the group and all of the features that it has. I have scattered videos here and there about different aspects of it, but I'm hoping that you'll take the time to really watch this video and kind of get what more there is to this page than perhaps you're now getting. So one of the first things we can do is look at this menu right here. When you click on discussion, that's when you see this ongoing thread of conversation between all of us, okay? And I know in a day's time, a lot of news can pass by. So if you're coming back from work, and you really only have a little bit of time, you want to, kind of scan down it and see the most relevant things for you. And in light of that, those of you, it's really good to post only really valuable, pertinent information. I mean, consider somebody gets home from work, they've been busy, perhaps they don't like their job, or they don't like something that happened during the day. They get into the Facebook group to get a breath of fresh air about Pro or iPro or E-Trade, all the things that are going on that are great. And they see stuff that's either irrelevant or perhaps even inappropriate. That's just really disappointing. But anyways, the discussion, and you can go ahead and add things to the discussion. We love to see cryptocurrency articles that are coming up. Again, helping remind each other where certain videos are. Lots of positive things that we can be doing to really help one another's businesses and even our personal development in a lot of ways. So that's the discussion. If you go down, now I might have a little different view than you because I am the admin, and so you may see some things on my screen that you don't see on yours. But I think for the most part, you'll see it. If you don't see this, members, what I do want to point out to you is you can add people. A lot of times I'll see people looking to add people to a post to benefit from that information, but that person is actually not a part of the group. And so it's very simple to add members. You do have to be a friend with them on Facebook, and then here you just click add members, and you could start. You have a whole list of people that you can choose from that are your particular friends and add them to the group, okay? Now, obviously, only add people that are in iPro Network. I've had to remove a couple people because for some reason they just added certain friends to the group that weren't part of iPro. Now here, there are a couple good resources for different information that is very consistent. One, of course, is your iPro Network back office. Another one is the MyIPN HQ site. And then we do our best to also maintain a good pool of resources here within the Facebook group. I'd really like to make it so you can have a lot of information at your fingertips. And so this events tab here, we do our best to keep up with all the events that are happening. On the top here, you'll see these are the recurring calls that at least we promote. I know there's a lot more that goes on. Some of you, if you have something that you want me to add here, just let me know. But these are recurring items that are pretty valuable. We have a Thursday marketing call. We have tonight, actually, it's an overview of the iPro Network business, very valuable, primarily done by Mario Delgadillo. Then we have an overview call. It's a conference call on both Tuesdays and Thursdays. Then we also have this webinar midweek, Wednesday. This is where they announced the new price for the Coinback rewards. And that's a real important meeting to get pertinent updates regarding the company. And then on Mondays, we have a team conference call midday. Under that, you're going to see the one-time type meetings. Here you see a number of meetings coming up, stretching out towards the company event. And we do our best also to update this with the meetings that we are aware of. So just some resources for you to be aware of, to be able to take advantage of. I don't think we really have anything in videos or I guess photos or things, but I don't think it's real something you're going to want to go to as a resource unless you see a photo somewhere at some point and you want to go back and try to find it. But the files tab, this is real key here. Under the files, we have lots of resources. Some get out of date, and if you find something out of date, please let us know. We recognize that a sizzle line that was in Spanish wasn't even working anymore. So, we probably got that phone number from another team and they have dropped providing that support. So then we go into action to get something functional and working. So we obviously like to pull from others as well. If it's not a burden on their support infrastructure, we can still utilize those tools and make everybody's job easier. So the resources, of course, we have the marketing system here that's free to you, different payment options. These is videos and documents regarding ProCurrency, PowerPoint presentation files, etc. So, this is really something valuable to go down. And of course, when you, let's look at Pro, when you click on that, it's going to open up a resource page. It probably looks a little different than mine, but these are all of the different kinds of videos that you can go to learn the different aspects of ProCurrency in that case, which would extend to the wallet, so forth. But we have a lot of stuff here. And all right, so we went over all that particular menu. We went over adding people to the group. Actually, let me show you this because it is really valuable that we make sure this is a good environment for everybody. We want it to be professional, positive, etc. Kari, I don't know you, or Carrie, I don't know you, so I'm not picking on you. Let's say this was an inappropriate image or whatever, right? We can click here. I'm sure in here, this is probably the admin, but I'm sure you're able to, in yours, you can actually report the post. Typically, the post that is reported, when I come on Facebook here in the group, I'll see some kind of a notification. Then I go check that, verify that it's spam or whatever, and then deal with the person and the post appropriately. So make sure you don't feel, if something's out of whack, just report it, because then we'll filter it on our end and deal with it. The last thing I wanted to go over was searching the group. the more obviously we can find the answers for ourselves, especially if there's an index database to search, boy, that makes it really easy. So you can either search by a person's name, you can search by a keyword, whatever it is, and you'll see that that search option is right here. So obviously a lot of people ask the question, oh, it's out of sync. Or let's even just take the word sync, right? So if we use the word sync, and you're going to get all of these posts where people have brought up the out of sync issue that arises occasionally in people's Pro wallets, okay? Or if you have something about, I don't know, let's say you use a Mac. We could just put in Mac, and this is where you're going to get a little more reference to Mac type stuff. So anyways, you get the general concept here that you can literally put in anything you want and you'll find it. We can actually, let's type in Corrigan, that would be Anita. And here we're going to see anybody with the last name Corrigan and the things that they've posted. So very powerful to use, very powerful to use this search bar here. So I definitely recommend that you learn to use that. And that I think is a wrap, but that should really help you to utilize this better. Understand that you can add people, you can, it's a secret group, so you can't just send somebody a link. They do have to be a friend and then added. That way we maintain a certain level of privacy. We don't want the onlooking world to see everything that is posted here. And there you have the Facebook group.